Hello, Reagan here, and welcome to Disruptive Girl, a channel where I spend a lot of time gluing myself to myself, and I also do some traveling and generally rant and rave about random things going on in my life. Welcome. If you like what you see here, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And first things first, this is part 2 of the Dreamer's Loft, which was a kit that came from Mayberry Street, which is sold by Hobby Lobby. I don't remember the actual company it comes from. I left a link in the description down below, but this is it's like $22.99 in US dollars, and it comes with absolutely everything down to the little beads to make the faucets and things with it. The majority of everything is completely broken down to its basics, and it's really a lot of fun. It has a lot of really cute detail included. But this is day 2, or video 2, part 2, day like 4, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, of working on this. I had called it just about done and just needed to finish the bed and the little clothes that went in the closet. But I decided to go ahead, since this one did not come with a dust cover, like the plexiglass sheets to glue together to make a dust cover to go over it. I figured that my best bet would be to go ahead and glue things in place, because I'm really clumsy and I have it up on a shelf, but that doesn't stop anything from getting knocked around in this house. We have cats and people, and it sits on a shelf that's also full of a bunch of craft supplies on the lower shelf, so I didn't want to lose anything, and I'm going to be moving, so there's another reason. I could give you 1,000 reasons why everything needed to be as secured as possible. So I went in and glued absolutely everything in place. And these cute little chairs have a mind of their own. So of course those also got glued in place. I didn't want to push them too in and make it too formal. And I put some of the things not where they were in the picture, because I'm, a rebel like that. I also added some little books in. I believe I forgot to add the link in the description on the last video to where I got the book covers from, but I will do that in this video. Those little chairs, I don't even know where to begin. They're so cute. They're also such a headache. The couch, once again, it came as a couple pieces of wood and a pile of fabric to cut up and form into a couch, which you can see me doing in the first video. And it's just so cute. But there's the majority of the things on the bottom floor in place. And then I whipped it around. I had just kind of taped things in place because I was testing all the wiring and stuff and making sure I had things ran to where they were out of the way. I finally got out my soldering iron and soldered everything. I got this really nice kit from Amazon. I have an affiliate link, but I'm not directly sponsored or anything like that. But I have an affiliate link in the description down below for this kit. It was really cheap. I think it was under 20 bucks. And it comes with everything you need to get started soldering, and it goes from 200 Celsius to 400. It's actually a really nice little soldering iron. Make a good stocking stuffer for those crafty people out there. I like that it has a variable temperature, because I don't have to worry about scorching everything up because it's too hot and all that fun stuff. So yeah, very useful little tool there. It even comes with a stand. It's really nice. It all comes in a nice little carry case. It's beautiful. Anyway, so once I got everything soldered, I also put some heat shrink wrap, which some of that also came in that kit too. It's kind of cool. On I go about this kit, but yep, and just shrunk that up so that everything stayed in place, stayed connected. And it's so cute lit up. I mean, I just wish I could move into one of these, I'm not much for wire management, by the way, as you can tell. A little bit of Scotch tape goes a long way. A lot of Scotch tape goes real far. Nobody sees the back. It'll be fine. But there we have it. Without a bed. And with a messy room behind it. My table's got all kinds of junk piled up on it. And yeah, my living room is basically a craft room, thanks to the pandemonium of the last few years. So I finally got around to the bed, and I was going to get some different fabric out, but I was like, you know what? I'll use what came with the kit, just to get it done, so that it's done. And it's pretty straightforward. I'm building my own stuff. I think I would have went a little bit different route, you know, maybe made a mattress and made it a little bit more detailed, I guess. But this is 1/24 scale. So it's a little rough to get some of the detail in, especially with like soft stuff, you know. 1/12 scale, it's a little bit easier for like beds and chairs and things like that. But I really like this size because it doesn't take up a lot of space. You can cram a lot in there. So this was the sheet. It's pretty straightforward. Just cut it out. I unraveled a couple of strips. I tried to cut along the grain as much as I could on the fabric, and then unraveled a few threads on each end so that it gave it a little bit more like polished look, and it wouldn't be like unraveling later on. You know, those little ones that kind of, you know, end up everywhere. And it turned out, I'm happy with it. Turned out okay. I was trying to keep remembering which was my, like, to use my paper scissors on paper and to use my fabric scissors on fabric. Because I'm just amazed at how fast scissors get dull on cutting paper. But the Cricut scissors have actually held their edge pretty good for paper. And sometimes I even use them a little bit on fabric, but you can definitely tell a difference. Definitely doesn't cut fabric as good as a dedicated pair of fabric scissors does. And I have a couple pair of those, so. And just a little foam piece to kind of give the bed some padding. Cute little bed. I really like that this it came with the glue and everything. It was very self-contained. I have plenty of glue options, but it was just nice. And then I'm using just a little, it's actually part of a clay tool kit, but it's got the little silicone tip, and it's really nice for kind of spreading the glue out so that things adhere a little bit better. And saves me from getting glue all over my fingers, which I do anyway. So I go out of my way sometimes and still end up with all kinds of glue all over my fingers. And this is like batting, like a quilt batting kind of. And it kind of, a little trim up. There's Poseidon up in the corner, inspecting everything. Trying to find an excuse to come walk across where I'm working. And then for the quilt, which is more of like a comfort, actually that's a sheet. The sheet goes over first, and it's kind of oversized, so it kind of drapes on the floor. But it looks cute. It actually looks cute in place. I wouldn't dare drape a sheet over my bed onto the floor in my house, because that would mean every time I went to step off the bed, I would get assassinated by cats. Every once in a while, the sheet will kind of hang off the bed a little bit, and I'll step down, there'll be a cat behind it to grab my ankle. Yeah, so that is the sheet. And then this is it's listed as a comforter, but it's a little bedspread. It's cute fabric. And then I just styled it the way it showed in the picture instead of doing my own thing. Like I said, pretty much stuck to the plan on this whole set. I didn't really do anything too outside of the plans for it. Which was nice because the way the kit was set up, I ended up with a tiny little bitty baggie of excess material. Like there was hardly anything left. It was very, very like efficient in the way that they supplied everything. It was pretty nice. I'm still not quite used to the concept of gluing fabric though, because I like to sew and I'm used to sewing things and not gluing things. That's really weird. So I picked the worst thread that I had out of all of my sewing thread. I was like, oh, like somebody gave me one of those little sewing kits with all the tiny little spools of thread, you know, and I never really use them because it's really cheap thread and it binds up on itself all the time. But I thought, well, you know, for this it'll be perfect. It's just something cheap and simple, and it's not like I'm going to be sleeping on these pillows, you know. But let me tell you, every chance it had to get caught up on something or cause me some kind of problem, it did. But I turned them inside out, stuffed them, or right side out because I sewed them inside out. Yes, that happened. And then poked the corners out, stuffed them, and then sewed the outside. And I was having such a hard time figuring out how much polyfill to put in there. I kept trying to like overstuff the pillow because my brain couldn't like, you know, it's a miniature, not an actual pillow. It's, yeah. But I finally got it all figured out and sewn up. I shot this portion, basically this whole second video, on my phone, and it doesn't know where to focus, so it's kind of all over the place. My apologies. Like I said, I'm, you know, wrestling with these things because I'm just out of practice. That's a cute little pillow. It says a little raw on the edges, and I was like, ooh, how should I tuck that in? You know, I'm kind of like worried about it, how it was going to look, and whatever. And I was like, you know what, I'll just tie it off, and we'll just see what happens. And it turned out just fine. That raw edge sits right under the edge of the blanket. You can't even tell that I totally screwed it up. Poseidon once again. Stocking my work area. Ta-da! Yeah, they look much better once they're actually in place. And then, of course, can't forget the coffee. I love the little food boxes. I think they're so cute. And then I had these flower beds to do, which I put off for a really long time because my brain wasn't having it. But they weren't nearly as bad as I thought they were. There were a couple little flower pots and stuff to do. Oh, the faucet, yes, and the faucet. It's really cute. They gave me black wire to bend into little hanger shapes. They give you a little tutorial on how to make clothes hangers. It's so cute. And there's one faucet. And then I'm going to do the flower pot. I lied. I'm doing the other faucet. Voiceover Reagan has no idea, once again, what she's talking about, you know, as per usual. I'm not sure what the glue, like the glue is that came with this kit. It's an alcohol-based glue. It's all like ooh glue or something like that. Or the, what's that other one? I forgot the other name of the glue. But it's got the perfect amount of tack. It holds pretty quickly, but still gives you some time to work with it. And just does a really good job. Look at that. Isn't that cute? These kits just blow me away. They're just so adorable. And the towels were made out of some of the, like the quilt batting. Just little strips of the quilt batting. And at first I was worried I didn't have enough because I wasn't paying attention when I cut out the piece that was needed for the bed. And for the couches, like they give you a template, and I was just like, woohoo, and just paying, you know, total disregard to the fact that I have a limited amount of material, which I have plenty of this out in the shed, but I didn't want to dig for that. So I'm like, oh, is it gonna fit? But I did have plenty. because I wasn't paying attention. There was a whole other sheet sitting over on the side. So here I go, cutting off camera, so you can't see what I'm doing. So here's those two pillows I was talking about earlier for the couch that I glued. I put way too much glue because I'm not used to gluing fabric, especially on miniatures. So, you know, if you're doing it for temporarily gluing a hem or something like that, you use a considerable amount so that you make sure it holds steady. Well, I didn't pay attention to any of that, so I put all this glue, and there's hardly anywhere to stuff the stuffing into. It was so funny. So they just look like badly made raviolis. It's so funny. But I mean, they're okay. Like it gives character. And here's the finished product. Ta-da! So a little bad ravioli there on the couch. It's so funny. Yep, there they are. There they both are. Ta-da! Overstuffed bad ravioli. I really, really enjoyed putting this kit together. It's very refreshing in a very stressful time of my life. I don't know how hard I try, like why I try so hard, but every year, no matter how hard I try, the holidays are always screwed up. Like so much always hits the fan during the fall, which sets us up for ridiculous nightmare times during Christmas and New Year's. Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's are always just like completely unhinged. Just, it's insane. Anyway, but there you have it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. If you stuck with me this long, type mini down in the comments. Let me know that you watched all the way through. And please like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And I will have another video for you shortly. I'm working on the other kit. I've already got some of it recorded. So within the next couple days, I'm trying to shoot for a steady upload schedule of Wednesdays and Fridays right now. So we'll see how that goes. Wish me luck. But I'll throw some stuff in between as well because, yeah, I have the time and somewhat have the focus to get that done right now. Anyway, wish me luck, and I will see you in the next video. And like I said, be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Check me out on Instagram at Disruptive Girl. And, oh yeah, by the way, I have a podcast, Twisted States, at Twisted States, also on Instagram. So I will talk to you later. Bye.